Good evening, everyone, and thank you for attending tonight's National Phone and Text Bank. My name is Haley Soifer. I'm proud to serve as the CEO of the Jewish Democratic Council of America. Happy to be with you tonight, along with our special guest and talented performer, Jonah Platt. 19 days before the midterm elections, we're here today to ensure that Democrats win in November. We can't do this work alone, and we're grateful for your partnership in getting out the Jewish vote in support of Democrats who share our values. As of today, with your help, we have made over 600,000 direct voter contacts, and we are going to do even more between now and the election. Our goal was 1 million, and I think we will surpass it. Today, we'll be calling and texting Jewish voters around the country to ensure we elect more Democrats to the Senate and the House. And you will get to choose which states that you call or text after our short program. So tonight we're going to hear from Jonah Platt. Jonah is a multi-platform creator and performer working across the industry from Hollywood to Broadway. You may know him as Fiyero. Fiyero, did I say that right? Fiyero? In Broadway's iconic Wicked, or more recently as the hilarious Horst on Netflix Uncoupled. As a writer, Jonah has worked on Fox, NBC, Cartoon Network, and Apple Plus, and is currently producing his first full-length feature, The Mensch, a contemporary Jewish dramedy. That's a new one. Jonah is highly, huh?
Oh, I just was agreeing with you.
Dramedy. We look forward to hearing about that. Jonah's a highly engaged in the Jewish community as well through a number of different organizations. He's a board member and artistic advisor for the Inheritance Project, an advisory board member of AJU Miller's Intro to Judaism program, and most recently joined the board of 70 Faces Media. So Jonah, thank you for joining us today. I think that we're interested just picking up on the bio part for a moment. I mentioned that you have this movie coming out, The Mensch. If you could tell us about it and tell us what a dramedy is. And also, of course, importantly, how this work and your work in entertainment connects to your Jewish values and relates to your activism.
Sure. So The Mensch is a project. It's in pre-production now. We're going to be shooting it early next year. And you'll remember from the bio, it said it's my first full-length feature as a producer. And that's because when this project was brought to me, it got me so excited that I wanted to produce it, which is not something I typically do. But it's a story of a young rabbi who is messing up in a lot of ways, in very human, fallible ways that we all do, but is trying to do good. And that's really what makes him a mensch. He essentially ends up losing a very priceless Torah. It accidentally gets swapped with a bag of drugs, and he has to sort of chase the Torah down through Arizona's white nationalist, QAnon, anti-Semitic underbelly and recover this Torah. What drew me to it is that I'm very excited about trying to portray and see contemporary Jewish stories. I think a lot of what we see in contemporary media having to do with Jews is either based specifically around the Holocaust or at some point in history, or if it's contemporary, it's like you're getting jokes about like indigestion and oy vey. But you're not seeing a lot of human beings who happen to be Jewish and telling Jewish stories that way. And that's what really got me excited about The Mensch. I'm also acting in it, which is exciting. I sort of play the rival rabbi, a more polished rabbi of the larger synagogue, who their synagogue looks like it might be swallowing up the lead rabbi synagogue, as happens to a lot of us, as our communities are sadly dwindling and attendance is dwindling. So that's in there too. And obviously we're facing a lot of anti-Semitism in this country today. And Arizona, where the writer-director is based and where the film is going to be shot, is really sort of ground zero for a lot of the anti-Semitic conspiracy theory